Imagine this. The automatic glass doors slide shut behind you, and for a fleeting moment, the world outside feels distant. You're inside Costco, a fortress of towering shelves stacked with food, supplies, and everything you might need to outlast disaster. But then it happens. A scream echoes from the entrance. Shuffling feet, guttural moans, and the unmistakable horror of something breaking inside. You realize the unthinkable. The zombie apocalypse has just begun, and you only have 12 hours to survive. The question is, how? Your heart pounds as you scan the warehouse. Endless rows of bulk goods stretch into the shadows. Fluorescent lights hum above you. The air is thick with fear and disbelief. You're trapped inside with dozens of strangers, some frozen in shock, others panicking, some already thinking about survival. And outside, more are coming. You can hear them. The growls, the scratching, the pounding. The clock has started. The first 12 hours will decide everything. Would you stay calm, or would fear consume you? The first instinct is chaos. People rush for the exits, forgetting that going outside is suicide. Some scream for their families. Others grab whatever they can find, as if toilet paper or bottled soda could hold off the dead. But what would you do? Would you run with them, or would you look around and see Costco for what it truly is? A fortress waiting to be claimed. Picture it. Metal shelves stacked high with canned food and water. Tools, knives, propane tanks, camping gear, even medical supplies, batteries, walkie-talkies, and heavy-duty flashlights. You're standing inside a ready-made survival bunker. But survival isn't about supplies alone. It's about leadership, it's about trust, and it's about how you handle the strangers now trapped with you. Do you try to unite them into a team, or do you carve out a corner and guard it as your own? The first hour is the most dangerous. Panic can turn people into threats faster than the undead outside. One man might grab a fire extinguisher and swing it at anyone who gets too close. Another might try to break into the pharmacy cabinet for drugs. You feel the tension like static in the air. The question grows sharper. Are the zombies outside really the greatest danger, or is it the people inside with you? As the minutes tick by, the pounding at the doors grows louder. The glass begins to crack. You remember the layout of Costco, the giant steel shutters meant to lock down at closing time. Could they be pulled shut? Could you barricade the front before the first wave bursts through? You look around for tools, wooden pallets, shopping carts, anything heavy to block the entrance. But time is running out. If the dead flood in now, the shelves of food and supplies will mean nothing. By the second hour, choices become clear. Do you stay near the entrance to fight and fortify, or do you retreat deeper into the warehouse, sacrificing ground for safety? Imagine moving through the aisles with only a handful of people who trust you. Grabbing flashlights, duct tape, and crowbars. Securing doors, piling sacks of rice and beans into makeshift barricades. Every sound makes you flinch, the buzz of a light, the slam of a box falling, the echo of footsteps that aren't supposed to be there. But then comes the silence. The pounding stops, the moans fade, and that's when you realize it's worse. They aren't gone, they're waiting, and waiting is often deadlier than attack. You huddle with the others, whispering plans, glancing at the giant clock above the checkout counters. Every second feels like borrowed time. Would you be brave enough to sleep even for a moment? Or would you keep your eyes wide open, knowing the next sound could be your last? Hours 4 through 6 test your endurance. Hunger gnaws at you, but you're surrounded by food. The catch? To reach it, you have to step out of safety. The bulk snacks and canned goods are in the open. Do you risk making noise, ripping open bags and clattering down cans, knowing that sound draws death? Or do you ration what little you have in your pockets, waiting for a better chance? The paradox of survival is cruel. You're drowning in abundance, yet starving from fear. By the 7th hour, alliances start to crack. Someone insists they should be in charge. Another accuses you of hoarding supplies. The group splinters. Do you stay loyal to the majority, or do you gamble on breaking away? Picture yourself walking the dimly lit aisles, shadows stretching, whispers behind you. A single spark of mistrust could ignite violence. And in that moment, you wonder, is the apocalypse the end of the world, or just the end of civilization? The 8th and 9th hours bring the real test. The glass at the front finally shatters. A swarm forces its way inside, spilling across the polished concrete floor. Their eyes glow with hunger. Their steps are uneven but relentless. You and whoever remains scramble up the shelves, climbing like rats in a sinking ship. You feel your hands scrape against cold metal. Your heart threatens to burst from your chest. Below you, the dead claw at the air, reaching for your legs. Would you fight from above, throwing down boxes? Or would you hide, praying they pass by? But Costco isn't just shelves, it's a labyrinth. Imagine crawling through the upper storage racks, moving silently over the chaos below. Every creak of the metal threatens to give you away. You spot a fire exit, chained and locked. Beyond it, the unknown. But staying means death. Do you risk breaking it open, hoping the outside is clear? Or do you stay perched above the horde, buying minutes while the clock runs down? The 10th and 11th hours blur into pure survival. Adrenaline keeps you alive, but exhaustion creeps in. Your body aches. Your mind slips between terror and numbness. You look at the faces around you, strangers, now bound by fate. Some whisper prayers, others stare blankly, already broken. You wonder, if the outbreak spreads beyond this warehouse, what's happening to the rest of the world right now? Cities burning, highways jammed, families torn apart. You realize these 12 hours aren't just about survival. They're the beginning of humanity's greatest trial. And then comes the 12th hour. Dawn breaks. Light seeps through the cracks of the shattered entrance. The undead inside stagger, disoriented, weakened by the brightness. For the first time, hope feels real. You have one chance to push them back, break for freedom, or seal yourself deeper into the fortress and prepare for a longer war. Your body trembles as you step forward, gripping the nearest weapon, knowing that every choice will echo far beyond this warehouse. So what would you do? Would you fortify Costco into the last fortress of humanity? Would you fight your way out into a world already collapsing? Or would you accept that survival in the apocalypse isn't about weapons or walls, but about trust, courage, and the choices you make when death is only inches away? The zombie outbreak may be fiction, but the questions it raises are very real. When society collapses, who do you become? The leader? The coward? The fighter? The betrayer? The survivor? 12 hours in a warehouse may seem like a thought experiment, but it forces us to confront something deeper. Survival isn't just about living another day. It's about what kind of human remains when the world of humans is gone. Because in the end, the true apocalypse isn't the dead walking. It's the living deciding who they'll be when the world falls apart.